The dominoes fall. From crisis to global war. How a regional dispute became a world-shattering conflict. By early August 1914, the arguments were over. Not because they had been resolved, but because the machinery had taken control. What followed was not chaos, it was order, cold, precise, and devastating. This is the moment the dominoes fell. Declarations without debate. War came not with one declaration, but many. Austria-Hungary against Serbia, Germany against Russia, Germany against France. Each declaration followed a logic already set in motion. Leaders told their populations the war was defensive, that honor required action, that victory would be swift. The language was confident. The consequences were not understood. Belgium, the line that changed everything. To execute its war plan, Germany marched through neutral Belgium. It was a strategic decision and a moral catastrophe. Belgium's neutrality was guaranteed by treaty. Its invasion shocked Europe. For Britain, ambiguity ended. This was no longer a continental dispute. It was a violation of international order. Britain declared war. The conflict crossed a threshold from which it could not return. The Western Front freezes. Germany advanced rapidly, but not decisively. The Battle of the Marne halted the offensive. Both sides dug in. What followed was not the war anyone imagined. Trenches carved across the landscape. Machine guns dominated open ground. Artillery reshaped geography itself. Movement stopped. Killing did not. Modern war had found its shape. The world goes global. Because Europe ruled the world, the war followed. Colonies were mobilized, sea lanes were contested, distant territories became battlefields. The Ottoman Empire entered the war, opening new fronts. Japan seized opportunities in Asia. Fighting spread to Africa, the Middle East, and beyond. This was no longer a European war with global consequences. It was a global war by design. The myth of the short war shatters. By the end of 1914, illusions collapsed. The war was not short. It was not clean. It was not controllable. Millions were already dead or wounded. Nations had committed too much to stop. Too much blood. Too much pride. The dominoes did not merely fall, they locked into place. Consequences no one planned. World War I reshaped everything. Empires would collapse, borders would be redrawn, grievances would deepen. The war meant to secure peace would instead plant the seeds for another. The tragedy was not just the destruction, but the lesson ignored. Systems built on fear do not preserve stability. They guarantee catastrophe. The domino effect. World War I did not begin with a single act. It began with choices made over decades by nations convinced they could control the outcome. Nationalism hardened identities. Empires competed without limits. Alliances replaced judgment. Diplomacy surrendered to plans, and when the moment came, no one stopped the fall. That is how the world broke, not suddenly, but inevitably. If this series changed how you see the start of World War I, you've seen what we do. Subscribe to Hidden History FactVault for clear, honest history. Was the war avoidable, or was the system already doomed? Share your thoughts. History lives when we question it together.